Okay, today we're playing a game on the Temple of Anubis. We are in the Platinum SR range, and we will be playing Zenyatta the entire way through. And our current team composition is Winston, D.Va, Orisa, Genji, Zenyatta, and Mercy. So we have 3 tanks and 1 DPS, which is not inherently the end of the world. However, our 1 DPS is Genji. So we don't exactly do a lot of damage as a team. We do have Orisa and Zenyatta, who do bring the damage up, because they are the highest damage support and one of the highest damage DPS, highest damage tanks. Words are hard. So that brings it up, but we're still not exactly going to be doing massive damage per second. So it could be an issue. This replay is also from someone that we have seen in the past who is now in Platinum, which is a lot higher than when we last saw you. If I recall correctly, when we first saw you, many moons ago, you were in Silver, and now you're in Platinum, which is a lot higher than Silver, so congratulations on that. So, let's start the game. So we're attacking first. We've just seen that they have a Symmetra because we just saw an orb float past our head, and then missiles flew past our head. They also have a Winston, so this is good news for us, frankly, because that means they don't have, like, a shield, like a heavy shield tank. Like, Winston has a shield, but they don't have, like, a Reinhardt. So that's good for us, because them having a Reinhardt would be very inconvenient, considering 2 of our highest sources of damage are Zenyatta and Orisa. You know, that would have been an issue if they also had a Reinhardt, but they don't. So we've taken a lot of damage coming through here, and now there's a Doomfist behind us who we don't kill, but he's limped away. We do want to keep an eye over there. No, never mind, because he's brought the Discord Orb back over here. I was going to say we want to keep an eye over there, because if he's done that once, he's probably going to do it again. We can see from the Discord Orb he came back up here, so nothing to be concerned about. So, we're getting pretty close to our ultimate, because we have a lot of tanks, which, if you're playing a support, and you've got a lot of tanks, you're going to build your ult pretty quickly, because there's always someone to heal. And we're also playing Zenyatta, so we do a lot of damage as well. Well, we do damage. A lot of damage varies, depending on how bad the enemy team is, basically. I've heard that Moira's ultimate charges insanely fast, because she's a main healer that can also do damage, so we'll see how that turns out. Obviously, she's not in the game right now. But my computer's dying. Don't worry if this starts happening. That's my computer that's dying, not yours. So, Orisa just got her soul punched out by Doomfist, but Mercy's here to put the soul back in again, and we've almost got Transcendence. We're starting to get some momentum. They've just lost their Winston. We get punched in the back and use our ultimate as a response. Unfortunately, Soldier uses Tac Visor, but Mercy is a million miles away from us, so she dies, even though we're using Transcendence. I don't think the Transcendence was necessary. We end up losing this fight. They use a lot of ultimates. We're about to get crushed by Doomfist. There's not a lot you can do about that. If the Doomfist ults and you're playing Zenyatta, you're pretty fucked. Unless you're gonna ult to, like, try and avoid it. So I don't think the ultimate was necessary, because we basically only used it to save ourselves, but we were already winning the fight. They had lost their main tank. So, and that Mercy had used her res already, so they couldn't res the Winston without using their ultimate as well, and if Mercy's using Valkyrie, it's all pretty terrible anyway. I would have saved the ultimate, partly because we got punched, like, really far away from the Doomfist as well, so he's not likely to follow it up. Granted, it was towards the point. But also, if we lost, like, the off-healer during that push right there, it would not have been the end of the world, and we can get back a lot quicker, because this is Anubis, our spawn is really close. So, and then we could have saved it maybe. We might have died, seeing as we were close to the enemy team still in half HP, but best case scenario, we actually get to save it and then use it when Soldier starts using his ultimate. Mercy was still a million miles away. But the moral of the story is I don't think the ultimate was necessary. And here, like, we're getting encroached upon from behind, and it feels bad, and there's not much we can do about that to stop it as Zenyatta. Our team was going to have to come back and help us with that one, basically. Fortunately, Mercy was there to save us. Well, not save us, but, like, revive us. Soldier's using Tac Visor again, so we've put our orb on Mercy just in case, which is, yeah, fair enough. We've got Transcendence up again, because we still got 3 tanks, we're still playing Zenyatta, we still build our ult really quickly. I get the idea. We wanna try and save the Winston with our Transcendence, but We end up being really close to the enemy team right when Transcendence ends. You don't really want to come out of Transcendence right next to the enemy team because Zenyatta is still really easy to kill. So, kind of want to start retreating away when Transcendence is running out, not going back in. So, Doomfist is using his ultimate again. He did not choose us this time. He chose Orisa instead, so we're very thankful about that. And we are slowly approaching people, which we don't really want to do when we're playing Zenyatta, because we're just slowly inching our way closer. We could be punching this dude. We could be shooting this dude from further away, and we've just, like, slowly slid closer. And that's put us right next to this Roadhog, who is bad and didn't kill us, but he should have. We should have died for that, because we are playing Zenyatta. So, moving closer to the people that we're shooting at is, not... oh god. Oh god. Man, it's a good thing Doomfist is not a very good hero. Can you imagine if that was any other hero in the game? That would have been terrifying, but it was merely, Whereas if it was like McCree, you'd be like, yeah, we're fucked, right? Like, or, Genji or Tracer or something. Something such similar. So we've almost got Transcendence again, which is cool. Missed a few times on the, Mercy, but she died in the end. We heard Soldier use Tac Visor again, which is why we used our Transcendence there, which is fair enough. It is one of the ultimates that you just use when you hear certain ultimates getting used, like Tac Visor. We probably would have won regardless, because most of their team was dead at that point, but we can build we've built, like, 3 Transcendences quite quickly, so just using it to be sure that's terrible. So he's got it again. Their soldier is, like, building his ultimate really fucking quickly, because we have 3 tanks. That's the thing with having 3 tanks. Your healers build a lot of ult, but the enemy team, if your tanks are not playing that well, are going to get a lot of ultimate as well from hitting all of your tanks. So, yeah, I don't think it was the end of the world using the ultimate to, like, make sure that we didn't die to the Tac Visor back there. So now we're pushing on to the point. Things are going pretty well. We've got the Bongo down, and we've got Zenyatta, so now we do a lot of damage, actually, because, yeah, you know, you can't stack many damage boosts on top of each other, but you can stack a damage buff and a defense debuff. So we actually, if you can believe it, don't capture this checkpoint, because they actually managed to just about fend us off. May's using her ultimate over there. We want to actually stay, like, a little bit closer than this, because we want to still be standing inside of this barrier because of exactly what happens. Because there's 2 exits to the spawn. So we don't want to get taken by surprise by someone coming out of the spawn behind us. And I mean, they can always just push through the barrier and try to kill us like that. But at least the barrier is there, right? So it makes it a little bit more difficult for them than backing up through the barrier, and then Soldier just comes up behind us and he's like, oh, look, here's Zenyatta. Easy money. So, yeah, we're backing away from the danger, but there could be more danger back there. We could just, like, hover around the barrier a little bit more. So we've almost got Transcendence again, because we got to hit a lot of people, and we've been healing a lot of tanks. So, this is what happens. We've got Transcendence again now. Their Mei is really far up and deserved to die for that, but actually doesn't. Here comes Doomfist. We heard him charging up, spin ram just in time to see it. Should have gotten the orb onto Mercy a little bit quicker, seeing as she was the one that got punched, and we really don't want Mercy to die. So their Doomfist is bad, though, partly because he's playing Doomfist, and, well, what kind of loser, right? But also, he's just kind of bad as well, so it helps. So we used our ultimate here to try and save Winston. It didn't work out. Conveniently enough, their soldier is using Tac Visor at the same time. So we actually got to null that out. So even though we missed the Winston, we still got to get value out of Transcendence, which is good. So here's Doomfist. He's punched us. We did not hit a wall, so we aren't dead. We did get hung up on the wall. So we're really, really low HP right now, and that's the thing. Doomfist saw which way we're going, so he is probably going to try and kill us as we come out. I would go and pick up... I don't know why I pushed back for this. This doesn't require going back. I would have gone to pick up the health kit first, because... Or just, like, hide around the corner a little bit more until you've recovered some HP. You really don't want to expose yourself as Zenyatta when you're got, like, 15 hit points, because Zenyatta's already easy enough to kill. You don't need to make it easier for them. And then also there's the fact Doomfist saw which way we started going, so... If the Doomfist is going to play well, which we should assume he's going to do, until shown otherwise, which we've kind of been shown otherwise by the Doomfist, but you know, you get the idea. He'll know which way we're going, so he can just kind of like head us off of the pass and do exactly what he did. Which kind of, hindsight is 20/20 to say, but I mean, it's not that outside of the like, tracking where someone went. So we end up killing the Winston, which feels really good, but then we get into a scuffle with the Soldier, and we start trying to do the shimmy and all that, but Soldier is still probably going to kill a Zenyatta in a 1v1 because he's a floating cube and really easy to hit. So I would just jump over the edge, frankly, and then try to, like, hopefully he just leaves, and then we can come up behind him. But if not, we can start, like, using things as cover and trying to, like, dodge the rockets with the walls and such, rather than just sort of shimmying around in front of him and hoping he doesn't kill us. So he's got Tac Visor again, but the fight's already over, so he wastes it, basically, which is good news for us. We have gotten up to 93%, which I'll consider a smashing success as far as second point in Temple of Anubis goes. A lot of games I play on Anubis, 0 progress is made on the second point by either team. So getting just above the first tick is a win as far as I'm concerned. So we've almost got Transcendence again. Their Soldier has just used Tac Visor, so this is slightly more convenient. This it strikes me as a panic reaction ultimate, basically, because we dropped low, and we saw some, like, Orisa was kind of low as well. Yeah. So, this strikes me as just being a panic ultimate, because we got hit by Fire Strike. There was nothing else actually there to kill us. Maybe we wanted to try and, like, go in with Transcendence. I think that's a really bad use of Transcendence. We're fucked at this point. Like, he's coming at us, like, Zenyatta is not meant to kill Soldier in a 1v1, unless you're gonna headshot him twice. It's just not gonna happen. I don't think using Transcendence to go in is a very good use of Transcendence, so maybe that was the thinking, in which case I still wouldn't recommend it, and if it was a panic reaction, that's also bad for different reasons. So our team died, and really inconvenient time. Like, this is desperately not gonna make a difference, because, like, of course it's fucking not. But, like, when we see it's at, like, 14 seconds, and our team just died, they're not gonna get back quickly. Start going up, like, this side. Because that's the side the enemy team is least likely to be paying attention to. So you can hopefully just kind of, like, hop up and start touching the point. Like, we all know there's, like, a 1% chance that actually makes any kind of actual difference in the game. But it's about having the highest possible chance of winning, and a 1% increase is still an increase. So as you can see from the timer, this game doesn't go on very much longer. So I think you can probably tell what's gonna happen. That's right, all 6 of them disconnect and we win the game. So, we think about playing Roadhog, we don't play Roadhog, we keep playing Zenyatta. Also, this is a really good Zenyatta skin, and I didn't get it, so I'm very upset with you. I only got the Mei skin, which is a good skin, don't get me wrong, but I think since Overwatch came out, I have played about 17 minutes of Mei. So, she's not really my bag. I would have liked literally any other skin more. But no. No, too much fun. So, we don't have, like, a great tank to stand behind, because we have Zarya and D.Va, which is a little scary as Zenyatta. We've also immediately lost Genji. Mercy's here, so she reses him, but it's not great when you immediately lose someone like that, you know? So we got a Genji coming up on us, and our options are limited. We do start backing, trying to go over to our team for assistance, and are promptly not really assisted, and we get killed by Genji. Yeah, there's no one... Unless you're just gonna kill the Genji, there's not much you can do about that one, really. So we lose that point. which is probably not super surprising, given the length of the game left. Unless you're just gonna, like, headshot the Genji and kill him, yeah, you're kind of fucked in that position. It's, you know, it's unfortunate because, like, people are like, especially, like, support players, like, in that kind of situation, they're like, what could I have done in this situation to avoid dying? And, like, the reality is, you're meant to die in that situation, because Genji's meant to be able to kill a Zenyatta, so your options are kill the Genji somehow, which is not likely to happen, or your team helps you. That's basically it, because you're meant to die to Genji. That's, like, how it's meant to be. So, like, if you can kill the only way, like, getting away with it, getting out of that situation is pretty unlikely. Which is unfortunate. It's like, people are, what could I have done? You know, unless you're gonna pull off some incredible outplay, there wasn't really much you could do, honestly. You know? It's like when you're playing Ana, and the Nano Blade Genji comes at you, and you're like, oh god, no, please, and you just hope. You just use the Trank, and you hope you hit him. And it's like a 5% chance you hit him, and then there's like an 80% chance he's gonna immediately get woken up again anyway, and it's just very sad. And it's like, all you can do is just not likely to work. So they're coming in with a lot of ultimates, and we don't actually have any ultimates to fend them off with, because we got wiped really quickly. Doomfist is about to use his ultimate, so we're dead. There's nothing you can do about that as Zenyatta, because Zenyatta has no mobility. So yeah, they've got, like, all their ultimates. Like, we're not meant to hold this point, because we didn't have any ultimates, and they came at us with, like, 6. So we're meant to lose the fight. It's just how it is. Unfortunate, you know, 2 CP, it's how it is. So, surprisingly, Orisa got to play the game. Oh, that's not one you see super often. There he goes. Oh, slipped it through. May's like right there. Nope, I'm just gonna walk right past. Fair enough. Alright, Hanzo time, play Diva. That's a little bit on the ironic side, isn't it? So we're not meant to win that second fight. There's, again, unless you're gonna pull off a miracle play where you kill, like, 3 people as Zenyatta, there's just nothing you can do about that. Also, just noticed the title. First one was also a fucking disaster. Yeah. There's not, like, a huge thing that stands out. It was basically more nitpicky things. The ults in general were not great on attack, and then we never got one on defense, so we can't know. But the ults weren't great. Other than that, though, nothing, like, super huge. Walking towards people is bad still while you're shooting at them as Zenyatta because you want to be really far away. It's just, like, a lot of situations where there's not realistically that much you can do about it. It's like, if Genji's coming at you and you're Zenyatta, yeah, he's meant to kill you. Or you're meant to use your ultimate. Like, that's... Or, unless your team helps you, but that... Huge variance on that one, of course. It's just how it is. It's like if, just like elevator music started playing in my mind right there. It's like if you're playing Zenyatta and, like, Tracer comes at you. It's like, well, if I headshot the Tracer, maybe she uses recall, you know? Or if I hit her, she uses recall, and then she comes at me again, and then I have to try and do it a second time. You're not meant to be able to win in that situation. Some, you know, people get upset about that. They're like, oh, there was nothing I could do here. Yeah. That's how it is sometimes. If they come at you with 6 ultimates and you got 0 ultimates, you're gonna lose the fight. It's just what's gonna happen, because how could you realistically win the fight? Unless they're gonna fuck up huge. You're meant to lose. So, yeah. You know. So thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer, and I hope you found the video helpful.